Hello, friends. It's very early morning, Larry. Fresh out of bed with a hot pedal review. You know, this is a pretty special thing because Larry doesn't do a lot of pedal reviews, gear reviews in general. But this is worthy of doing, you know. As an aging session man, I think it's important to sort of, you know, try the latest, greatest technology, open-mindedly, because you never know, right? I mean, like, there could be some cool pedals. Everybody's talking about some cool pedal. I try to buy it, check it out, see if it's anything I can actually use in my, caveman sort of approach to music. My dear friend Jed, who you guys all know, sweet Jed, texted me a while back, said, man, I ordered one of these pedals, looks pretty cool. I watched the video, looked cool. I thought I'd try it. You've seen these? Hologram Chroma Console. It's pretty cool. There's some things I'll show you real quick. It looks complicated, but I figured it out in like 2 seconds last night when I got home from a session and tried it out. It has funny names like Character. That's just modulation. It has a name here. It says, what's that say? Movement. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Character is just fuzz and distortion. Movement is modulation. Diffusion is just delays. And texture is more modulation. So you hit this right here, and then it changes color, and it goes to the next thing, right? And this is the level of that channel. You can turn it all the way off. You got 4 channels. And then it's got an output control right here, which it has way too much output. You don't need that much. You put it on here and it's fine, like on 2. And then it's got rate and time for the modulation effects. Actually, this is the mix. Okay, I'm backwards. That's the extremity of the effects right there. So, I mean, it's got a tap control and you can hold down for some chaos. Pretty cool. I tried it out for about an hour and a half last night. Went through a bunch of stuff with it, and I've got some deep thoughts regarding this piece. So I'll get into that in a minute. Let's start with this. Okay, here's the box it comes in, and whoever came up, okay, whoever in marketing thought that was a good idea needs a kick in the balls, because you've been getting too many Apple products, my friend. Come on, we're a bunch of grown-ups here. We don't need like our pedals to look like AI robots for our kids. We don't need that. And I also hate when people use cute names for effects on pedals. Really? Texture, diffusion, really? Come on now, people. We're grown-ups. See, this pedal is for, okay. Let me start with the good stuff, okay? It has a couple of cool sounds, okay? I goofed with it for a while. Okay, dig this. I'm gonna turn the delays off and everything off. The first 3 channels are off. And I'm gonna go to this sound called cassette. One of the modulations is called cassette, which is definitely the best sound on the whole piece of gear. Check it out, right? That's a cool sound. Random warble in a very cool way. I can adjust it a little bit. If that's basically all this box did, I'd be cool with it. I'd be like, that's a pretty cool modulation pedal. That's great, right? I love that. I'll show you a couple of the other ones. Here's one called Broken on that same channel. It's kind of like a worse version of the previous. And here's one called Interference, which kind of basically sounds like you have a bad patch, or somebody in the console's fucking with the patch bay. That's what it's, or someone in the control room is. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know what that one is. It's filter. It doesn't really do anything. Here's one called Squash. Like kind of what? Okay, what I've noticed about this thing is, okay, yes, it has a million different sounds in it and things like that. But like a lot of these types of pieces of gear, even though it has a million different sounds, it has one overarching sound. Like everything, it's kind of like Mexican food. You can order anything on the menu, and if you were blindfolded, you could eat it, and you go, I don't quite know what this is, but it tastes good. That's how this pedal is. It's like, even though there's a million sounds, it really only has one sound, really, if you zoom out. It has a very distinct color to it. It's very digital sounding. This pedal is for I figured this out in 2 seconds. This pedal is for those kids when you're on a session and you're eating lunch and there's this engineer kids over in the corner that are all excited about what the greatest remakes of 1176s are. They're all, you know, they all have Telefunken t-shirts. This is the kind of shit they're into. Like tweaker pedals they could put in line when they're mixing and fuck up vocals. This is not for a grown-up guitar player. See, I told Jed last night in a text, I said, man, I bought one of these on your recommendation. I said, it's one of those pedals I'll probably take to a few sessions, and then it'll end up in the same drawer as my COVID vaccination card. Which is so true. I mean, okay, there's one producer I know that I work for that loves shit like this, and I might take it to a couple sessions and don't tell him I'm using it, and then he'll go like, oh, dude, dope, that's dope. Yeah, it might be worth its money. So I had to pay extra to get this because these are a waiting list, you know. So I paid like 150 extra bucks over retail to get this just to try it. But this video alone is worth it. Okay. Let me show you some of the other sounds, okay? There's some decent fuzz. Okay, I'm turning everything off but the fuzz. Check it out. Okay, here's the fuzz. All the way up. There's 5 kinds of fuzz. The one I like the best is called Howl. It's blue. See, you flip through it. I'm just gonna refresh you. You flip this and it goes through all, you know, let's see some of these. Drive, Sweeten, Fuzz, Howl, Swell. Here's Howl. Pretty cool. Okay. It's like, you know, same kind of distortion you'd find like on the Eventide H9, you know, if you're going through those. Just real digital, fractally kind of sound distortion. Great for vocals and stuff, but this it has all the same problems that bad distortion pedals have. The clean sound comes through too much. You can't get like pure fuzz or distortion out of it. Okay. It's awful. Okay, so here's another one called Drive. See what I mean? It's just like a general sort of crappy sound that this thing has. Sweeten. I feel like I'm playing through like a rack mount digital processor. That's enough fuzz and distortion to mess up a vocal on a mix, but when you're playing guitar, it doesn't work, okay? Okay, here's some of the other channel 2 modulations, okay? This is all the way up. This one's called Doubler. This is actually pretty cool. Check it out. Like if you want to go. It sounds just like it. Let's see. They're only checks I've left unsigned in the banks of chaos in my mind. okay, that's pretty cool. If you want to get in the police cover band, if you want to do that. Here's one called Vibrato. And of course, you can dial this back a bit. Great, you know, not great, good, but compared to like a Boss VB2, not even close. Here's one called Phaser. Fine, but like really, compared to like a Mutron or a Phase 90 script logo, come on. Tremolo, I like that. That's kind of like the tremolos you find in the Line 6 M9 when you get to the wrong program. Okay, and here's a cool sound I found. If you go to the delays on the third channel, which is called diffusion, there's this one called reels, and if you turn the modulation or turn the amount all the way up, the runaway, it gets cool. Paul is dead. I buried Paul. That's sick. So anyway, there you go. Rhodes, it's not the Rhodes Chroma. I wish it was a Rhodes Chroma. Chroma Console by, ooh, that's cool. Yeah. All right, shut up. All right, guys. Peace out.